what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Miami, Season 2, Episode 4. So let's get to it, shall we? So we see Miami Tip and Jesse Wu. They hanging out together. They're at that iFly place. You know how you get in the chamber, the capsule, and you with the instructor, and you guys can float and fly up in the air and all of that. Okay, so they are there. Having a good time. Afterwards, it's over. They sit down, they talking, and Miami Tip is asking Jesse Wu, like, what's up with your music? What's going on? Well, Jesse says she's trying hard to land a deal. You know, she's shopping around her music, but it's been difficult there, you know, trying to get back into the music business with, in Miami. You know, it's just such a male-dominated industry. You know, it's just hard. She don't know who she can trust, you know, who she can turn to. I guess she's working with these two guys, Lamb and Big. What was his name? What were their names? Lamb and Big. Child, I can't remember their names, but she's working with these two producers out there, and Miami Tip was like, oh girl, you in good hands, okay? You ain't got to worry about them. They've been around for a long time, you know, they on the up and up, you know, don't worry. Just go in there and work with them. It's going to be all good. So next thing we see her in the studio with Lamb and Big D. That's their names, okay? And she's excited. When she gets off out of the booth, she sits down and talking to him like, when do I get the record? And they was like, when do you get what record? She was like, when do I get my record that I was singing on? And they was like, okay, yeah, don't work like that. Like, you don't get a record just because you sang on it. Fuck, it's our record. You can buy the record. You got $35,000. Well, no. She don't have $35,000, but damn, you can let me have it. Like, I'm not going to do nothing to it. Like, I'm not going to. And they was like, yeah, we don't know. I'm sorry. We've been burned in the past. We used to do that shit when we was amateurs, when we wasn't about our money, when we didn't know what we was doing. We used to do that and we got, you know, burned. We lost a lot of money. So yeah, we don't do that no more. She was like, well, I thought we was partners. And they was like, yeah, we not exactly partners either. Big D was like, Lamb, I'm gonna let you handle this. Okay, he walk on out the room and Lamb tells her that, yeah, it's gonna be a no on everything. Like, this ain't gonna work. And she gets all upset. Dang, it ain't gonna work with you guys either. Every time I try to do something, it's a door slammed in my face or it doesn't work out. I just feel like people are trying to take advantage of it. Girl, ain't nobody taking advantage of you. You can't have a song. You can't have a song. You can't have a song. I mean, this is business. We ain't some homies. We ain't some friends. Because homies and friends will also stab you in your damn back. So, I hope she does not think that this is personal. Lamb and Big D have a business to protect. So, girl, you know, of course, old Jesse Wu, she don't see it that way. Well, girl, keep on living. You gonna figure it out eventually. Now we see Amara La Negra and Bucky in her hair. You know, they met last year at some video shoot or something, and they hit it off. So now they hanging out. They best good girlfriends now. Bucky in her hair tells Amara La Negra that she knows that a lot of people are jealous of her. And, you know, she was just like, tell me about it. Speaking of people that's jealous of her, the subject of Bobby Lights comes up, and she's telling Bucky in her hair how she just knows that he's messy. So she automatically blocked him on her social media just so she wouldn't be caught up in any of his shit. Well, he got upset that she blocked him. She was like, I just blocked him off of social media, not out of my life. But y'all, don't you know that social media, for some people, that is their life. So you blocking them off of there, I guess that was like the ultimate. So he got upset. He went off on social media, said all this shit about her, said her music was whack. Okay, then I guess he realized he was wrong. So then he apologized. She said, but it was some old half-ass apology. And so she still don't really see it for old Bobby. But again, her hair was like, well, you know, do you think that JoJo might have told him some shit about you, you know, that was negative? And Amara La Negra was like, you know, JoJo, until she shows me otherwise, she's always been good. What you say, Lassie? Oh, somebody's falling in the well. Where, Lassie? You say somebody fell in the well back over there? Amara La Negra says that until JoJo does something to her, you know, she's good with JoJo. Bucky in her hair don't, you know, she's like, the girl is is a backstabber. You know, she went and dated Pleasure P after she knew that was Bucky in her hair, sloppy seconds. So how can you trust her? Amara La Negra was like, girl, you and her arguing over Pleasure P ain't a good look. Why don't y'all sit down and y'all can have a discussion? You know, we can just talk this whole thing out like adults, okay? Because that's what we do on reality shows. We sit down and act like we adults, and then we fight like we kids. Bucky in her hair says, well, you come and you kind of be the mediator, okay? So you can, just in case some shit go down. And Amara La Negra says, okay, she will do that. Now, she goes and has lunch with JoJo and her mom. I said, look at Mama. Mama don't look nothing like she did last season, does she? Honey, Mama done got her a few coins and got that shit together. Looked like she lost some weight, got her hair done, got her makeup done. Okay, looking a whole lot younger even. And, you know, they teasing the mom, saying how they got to find a man for, you know, Amara La Negra don't want no man for, but then they see somebody sitting over across the way and he might be good for them. You know, just a cute little trying to flirt with the guy. Okay, he looked like he might have been. Mona just told him, look, sit here, and when they turn around and wave at you, you know, you just, because he was just like, hey. This is confused. Mona, give him his $10 and send him on his damn way. Anyways, Amara La Negra tells JoJo that she sat down with Bucky in her hair, and you know, she knows about the situation with Pleasure P. And JoJo was like, I don't give a fuck what Bucky in her hair thinks, okay? I don't owe her anything. Like, what? So what? I don't fuck with her like that anyway. Plus, why should I worry about that? I told Bucky in her hair some shit in confidence last year, and she went and told everybody. So since she want to be running all off at the mouth with the shit that I say to her, then I don't give a damn about her and old Pleasure P. That's my man now. Amara La Negra was like, okay, well, I'm going to have like a empanada party. She says that her mama's going to make them and she's going to have this party, and, you know, she wants them to come and they can sit down and they can talk, you know, and we can get it handled. So JoJo's like, I guess. So we see Trina. She's at 99 Jams. She's promoting her, you know, all the shit that she has coming up. Her new album, okay? She just wants to let everybody know what's happening. Trina hasn't fallen off, okay? She invited Bobby there with her because, you know, she's still trying to keep her eye on him and see if he's serious. Girl, are you gonna sign the nigga or not? I'm tired of this. I got to see if he's serious every fucking episode. She telling us she wants him to see this side of the business, see how she worked with the radio people. Okay, I've heard Bobby Lights on the radios already. He seemed to be able to handle it okay. Now, when she's talking to Bobby, you know, she's just telling him about all the shit that she got going on, you know, how Alvin is supposed to be helping, but he ain't really been doing his shit well, you know, ain't really been around. She can't really count on him. Bobby Lights was like, he needs to fucking be fired. And she was like, yeah, something needs to happen with him because he shows up late to meetings, you know, he acting all arrogant, he not listening to anything that I say. This whole TNT thing has still got her stressed. She don't need no extra shit from her team. And as far as signing Bobby is like, I wish she would come on because she act like ain't other people offer me no, you know, a deal. Like, I've been trying to wait around for her, but, you know, Bobby Lights is wanted out there in these streets. So she gonna have to hurry up and do something. So then we see Bobby hanging with Bucky in her hair, and was it Miami Tip? I think it was Miami Tip. They just sitting there shooting the shits, talking. Bucky in her hair is telling them how she met with Joy and Trina, and how Joy even got checked by Trina, you know, because she was tripping. But you know, it looks like they didn't kind of met in the middle, and they ain't friends, but they ain't enemies no more. And Bobby says, well, speaking of Trina, she need to hurry up. She taking too long about this signing me, and you know, other people have approached me about a deal. Okay, both Bucky in her hair and Miami Tip don't think that's a good idea. Like, what? You know, you gonna go against your cousin and somebody who's an established artist? Miami Tip was like, that's not a good idea. Like, you gotta remain loyal to her, because if she find out that you know, entertaining these other people, and but he was just like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, she sees that I'm serious about this. Like, she act like she's some fucking RCA or some, you know, some damn Sony music or something. Like, nigga, this little bit of whatever the fuck you got going on over there, like, come on, sign me so I can get on with my career. And what label does Trina have anyway? But they trying to tell him like he crazy, like Trina is family. I said, well, family sometimes will take advantage of you. Like, would she be doing this with any other artist? Is she just gonna keep on holding them off? So I can understand what he's saying. I mean, I see what they saying too, but Bobby was just like, fuck, I got a bottom line to worry about. Sitting around here with her with this shit, to her every few minutes trying to figure out if I'm serious. I was I was there with Bobby. Like, Trina, what is Trina doing on her own any fucking way? They was like, well, I hope you know what you're doing. I said, Bobby, do what you gotta do, baby. Now, we see Trina. She's starting this eyeglass line. She's working with this woman. I think her name is Elle. And the lady is saying how Alvin approached her about some clothing line. And Trina was like, what? Yeah, he wanted to do a clothing line. And Trina ain't knew nothing about it. Okay, he done did this shit behind her back, trying to use her contact to come up on his clothing line. And she was just like, well, ain't this something? This is a whole new low for this nigga here. You, the damn assistant. And here you go trying to strike deals behind my back? The lady was just like, yeah, and it was kind of uncomfortable. Like, I didn't even feel right, with him approaching me about it. And she was just like, don't worry about it. Okay, I guess I'm going to have a discussion with old Alvin. Let him know who the baddest bitch is. Don't even worry your pretty little head about it. So we see Trina. She's at the studio. She says she's feeling good about, working on her album. She wants to give her fans the best, and she expects her team to be there for her to help her accomplish that goal. So she's invited everybody down. We're going to have a meeting. We're going to clear some shit out. Trina definitely is one of these ones that go from 0 to 100 real fast. I was like, nigga, what happened to the meeting that we was having? I understand you mad, but all this yelling and screaming, girl, I was just like, Now she mad about, now first of all this I'm saying, just imagine it coming out of her mouth at like 100 miles an hour. Y'all not doing what you need to do. Sis, you got a whole bunch of shit going on, okay? Alvin, I don't know what you doing. Reggie, okay, he working on a whole bunch of other things. Julian, you so far up a Mata La Negra's ass that, I can't get nothing out of you. What are you guys all supposed to be doing? You supposed to be working for me. People pre-ordered this album 2 years ago, and I said 2 years ago people paid for an album and they ain't got it yet. Which one of y'all gave this woman some money for an album 2 years ago? Please tell me. So she's fussing. Everybody want the album. People's asking, where's the album? Where's the album? Okay, Alvin, are you my assistant? Are you trying to do your own business? Alvin was just like, well, I'm your assistant, but I am trying to do my business. She said, so you gonna talk to my girl, Elle, and try to get your clothing business behind my back? He was just like, yeah, he was real calm. Yeah, I was trying to do my clothing business. She was like, well, she ain't gonna do no business with you. Okay, that's my contact. You're not gonna be using my contact. She is yelling and screaming. And he was like, why won't she do business with me? Why can't I? And she was just like, because she's my business partner, nigga. You ain't trying to steal my business partner to do some shit for your own damn self. Okay, Trina's whole thing was like, I'm all for the team doing what they gotta do, but nigga, don't be shady and trying to do shit behind my back. And he was like, oh, you don't know, but I'm about to do this business deal. She was like, nigga, you will not be doing no business deal with Elle. She ain't doing shit with you, okay? And as a matter of fact, you need to go. Your ass is fired. You not my assistant no more. Get out, get out, get out. And Alvin just get on up and get on out. I said, oh, Alvin, I guess you know what you're doing, huh? He didn't look like he was worried, not one little tiny eeny meeny incy bincy bit. Now, Pleasure P says that he's looking to collaborate with other artists because he don't know what the hell gonna go down with Pretty Ricky. Okay, so he meet up with Chaos. What is it? Chaotic? Yeah, Chaotic and Young Hollywood. That's his name, right? Chaotic is telling him about what he got going on, some album, the Bula EP or something like that. Something that they say down in it don't even matter, you guys. Young Hollywood asks Pleasure P what he's doing. And he says the whole thing with Pretty Ricky is a little too shaky. Him and Big Baby Swole can't seem to get along. And he's trying to work on the Pleasure and Pain album. I've been hearing about that album for quite some time too. Okay, where's it at, Pleasure P? Chaotic says that you got to get the people what they want. All right, they want Pretty Ricky. They want old Pretty Ricky. Pleasure P was like, yeah, maybe. But like I said, Big Baby Swole got to calm that ass on down. He don't know how to just be normal. Big Baby Swole is definitely a ball of testosterone. So right now, Pleasure P is feeling like it's probably not going to happen. Okay, then they move on to Amara La Negra. This was Young Hollywood's chance to kind of own up to lying, because Chaotic was like, I just want to know, did you hit that? And Young Hollywood, he still couldn't just flat out say no. The nigga just gonna say, no, we vibed. All right. Yeah, you ain't got none, nigga. Quit your lying. And he finally says, well, no, I didn't hit that, but I did. We just vibed. And, he was wrong for saying what he said. So he kind of feels like he should apologize to her. So there's some event coming up. And he says that he's gonna invite her to it, sort of like a peace offering. And they was just like, yeah, bring her fine ass on down there. Chaotic got his good eye on Amara La Negra. So the event, okay, Amara La Negra does go. She said that she's gonna hear him out. Chaotic is there, he's flirting with her and she's getting a kick out of him, just kind of laughing, young Hollywood is glad that she came, and she is just like, I just want to say that I don't like to hold grudges. She's telling them how she just was thrown the way he was acting last season. And then he tells her, like, yeah, on that note, I want to apologize. I was just a fucked up person back then, but I'm trying to be a better person now. Because she's just like, oh, well, I didn't expect all this. Like, where's the old young Hollywood? He was like, yeah, I don't do that no more. He just had to take a look in the mirror and realize that he was tripping, he was fucked up, he ain't liked himself, and most of the people didn't like him either. All right, so this is now how we try to get people back on our side and quit acting the fool and saying shit that you ain't got no business saying. So he apologizes, and Amara La Negra seems to accept his apology. Now, Bucky and her hair is hanging out with Big Baby Swole. Remember how much they hated each other last season? And then all of a sudden they was good friends. Okay. I really kind of almost feel like something happened with Big Baby Swole and Bucky and her hair. He was on Instagram and always big up in her and kind of like saying some inappropriate, like almost as if they were seeing each other, and I was just like, what's going on here? But they ain't introduced that storyline so far. They just friends. Really, it seems like she's just sitting there pumping him for information about what's going on with Pleasure P. And Big Baby Swole is happy to say some negative shit about Pleasure P. He for some reason he don't see it for him. I feel like there's a little tinge of jealousy there. But he's telling them what happened in Cleveland or wherever they were. It was a St. Louis or Cleveland with them fighting. What tell me the relationship of Pleasure P and Big Baby Swole, because she was just like, well, is he as close to your daddy as you are? And he was like, no. He would never be that close. Pleasure P isn't his brother, right? Because they not relate. Y'all always tell me and I always get it confused. But why would he be as close to Big Baby Swole's father as Big Baby Swole if that's not his son? So I didn't understand the question, because she was just like, well, you don't think that make him feel, some kind of way that he's not as close? And he was like, well, he just gonna have to go and speak to my dad. And I was just like, what is this with the dad? Well, what does that have to do with anything? So I was confused, but maybe, we gonna find out in a future episode. I know the daddy is coming on the show eventually. Bucky and her hair say that Pleasure P might, have some issues with the money, because when they was together, he always was talking about, the money. But maybe he do need it. Again, I felt like I was confused about where that part of the story was going. But she brings up Pleasure P talking to JoJo, okay, and she all extra emotional, like that's her friend, and how she gonna go behind her back and start talking to her ex-dude, how that shit ain't cool, and she going on, and Big Baby Swole was like, wait a minute, hold up, like, you don't even like him no more, so why you so upset about what she doing any damn way? Did you think the nigga was never gonna move on? Well, you guys know that Bucky in her hair, she feel like even when she ain't with the man no more, that they ain't supposed to move on with their life. Okay, did the same thing with Scrappy, right? Okay, so now we just didn't substitute a Scrappy with Pleasure P, and it's the same shit. I said, Bucky in her hair, you just gonna always take this L. You gonna take this L today because Pleasure P has moved on. Why you got to be on camera still being so upset about the fact that he's seeing JoJo? I mean, y'all wasn't that close. Girl, move on with your life. So she telling him that Amara La Negra is having this party that she invited her to. JoJo gonna be there, and she needs him to come. Big Baby Swole was like, okay, I'll be there, I guess he gonna be her good angel. But he was like, just don't put me close to Pleasure P, because then it's gonna be some shit there with them two as well. So then we see the party. Okay, Amara La Negra is there with her mama. She got a lot of people there. She's excited. They rented a food truck. It's about to be on. Okay, Pleasure P and JoJo is there as a couple. And then Bucky and her hair show up with Big Baby Swole. So it's all this tension. Hey, what's up, JoJo? That Bucky and her hair is so fucking ghetto. Amara La Negra comes over there and she tries to send the guys away. Like, okay, let us talk. But the talking ain't gonna go well because Bucky and her hair is real upset about JoJo seeing him. They trying to discuss it, but it's immediately, like I said, it's tense. And Bucky and her hair just accuses JoJo of pulling the whole move. Said that her ass was fucking thirsty, trying to get with her man, and that she was gonna punch her in her fucking beak. What's cracking? JoJo was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck about you. JoJo's do what she want to do. That's her man now. You know, she ain't went behind her back, yada, yada, yada. I was just like, oh, this conversation is so stupid because JoJo and Pleasure P are just now starting to see each other. It ain't nothing serious. And Bucky and her hair, like, why are you fighting over a man that you're not even together with? Okay, it's not like he got caught cheating and y'all still together. You guys are broken up. You should be so not bothered. Okay? So stupid. So they arguing and yelling. She jump up. JoJo jump up. The crazy 88's running there. They stop them, of course. They're not gonna let them fight, you know. Amada La Negra's like, oh my God, what are they doing? All this is going on. Amada's trying to calm it down. Amada La Negra is trying to calm it down. It ain't no calming down. Now, Pleasure P pulls Bucky and her hair to the side so they can talk. He's like in that mode where he just feel like, okay, I'm the man. I got these bitches fighting over me. So he's like, you know what? How do we fix this issue? Bucky and her hair says, I don't think you need to be talking to her. And he was like, well, I can date who I want. He was like, yeah, you know, if I think back about all this happened, you know, maybe I did do some things wrong. Maybe I didn't treat you right, you know, and I apologize for that. He might as well have said, like, I just fucked you up so bad. I'm so sorry, but I'm so lovable like that. That's what I do to these women's out here. And then he gonna say, let me just ask you, are you still in love with me? And then Bucky and her hair don't, you know, she was just like not answering. And I said, girl, you should have said no so fucking fast. You just fed his ego by stammering and not giving him a direct answer and everything. I was just like, Bucky and her hair, now you know you're not in love with that boy. What is wrong with this girl? Like I said, you loser. Take the L, Bucky and her hair. Every season, it don't matter. Don't you want to be seen in a better light? In the meantime, Amada La Negra over there talking to JoJo and Big Baby Swole and Amada La Negra's like, now you trying to be with Pleasure P. Now he over there with some other woman. Granted, he trying to just talk, just trying to get in her head. But still, she was like, he not over here consoling you. That's because he don't really want neither one of them. He definitely don't want Bucky in her hair. But he still want her to want him. You know, when niggas don't want you, but then they want you to still want them. That's what Pleasure P is doing to Bucky in her hair. And she falling for it. How old is fucking Bucky in her hair? Now, she ought to be old enough to know the game. Just stupid. Alright, you guys, so it's 9:30. I'm good and late. I'm on my way to work. Actually, I'm gonna go make me some coffee. I might as well be extra late now. Go make me some coffee in the house and then I'm gonna take it on to work. Y'all make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.